What's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel, 3-Piece Suites.
I'm Denny.
I'm Luis.
And I'm Will.
On today's episode of The Music Box, we're going to be reviewing the album Unique from the band Poem.
If this is your first time watching one of our videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that like button below. So without further ado, here we go.
Poem is a progressive rock metal band from Athens, Greece that was created in 2006.
The band's lineup consists of founding member George Prokopiou on lead vocals and guitars, Lawrence Bergstrom also on guitars, Takis Fotis on bass guitar, and Stavros Rigros on drums.
Unique is an excellent follow-up album to Poem's highly regarded sophomore release, Skyne Syndrome.
Poem has done a nice job developing their signature style over their last two albums that consist of progressive metal foundation with alternative rock undertones.
The band has proclaimed that their songs come from jamming freely and using each band member's extensive background and foundations.
It's refreshing to see bands such as Poem establish their own signature blend within the prog power metal scene.
Yeah, I agree. Alongside other bands like Caligula's Horse and Voyager as well.
In my opinion, these bands, along with several others, have established a sort of new wave of prog power metal.
Unique was released on February 23, 2018 through Vista Solum Records and is the band's third studio album.
The album was mastered by audio engineer Steve Latto. Poem recently embarked on their first headlining European tour alongside Damnation's Day to promote the release of Unique.
The band also released a lyric video for the song My Own Disorder and a music video for False Morality to help support the album.
Unique is a shorter album than most prog fans may be accustomed to, with only 7 tracks and a running time of only 43 minutes.
Although the duration of the album may be shorter than expected, every single song seems to flow very organically and very well together, and you can tell that there was a lot of planning in the order of the songs and the way that they flow.
One of the first things that caught my attention when listening to this album was the great sonic quality of the production.
Throughout the album, Poem does a great job of pulling in the listener with solid songwriting that leaves just the right amount of space for George to deliver his powerful vocal hooks full of raw emotion.
Takis and Stavros do an excellent job of keeping a tight and interesting rhythm section throughout the entire album.
George and Lawrence transition smoothly from aggressive and groove-induced rhythm guitar riffs, serene, clean guitar work, and dynamic guitar solos.
What you can expect from Poem's Unique is a great all-around performance from every musician involved, putting on a full display of dynamic changes. And now we're going to discuss our favorite tracks from the album Unique. My first personal favorite track was My Own Disorder. In particular, I really enjoyed the melodic lines from the song. The melodic lines just really kind of spoke to me, and it just really made the song and the album kind of come alive for me. The second favorite track for me was Discipline. I just enjoyed the overall instrumentation in the song.
My personal favorite tracks of the album were My Own Disorder. I agree with Denny. The vocal work was amazing. It was probably my favorite out of the entire album. The way George just sings those parts, you can feel that raw emotion in the chorus. It's great, great vocal work. My second favorite is Brightness of Loss. I felt like that had a lot of great dynamic changes, and the musicianship was on point for that song, and I think it was an awesome piece.
My first favorite track from this album was Four Cornered God. I liked the overall intricacy of the instruments, and I felt that the chorus had a very catchy vocal melody, which I really enjoyed a lot. My second favorite track was the title track, Unique. That song was really cool. I got a bit of a Tool vibe from that song. It has a bit of a folky sound with the acoustic instruments, and I think it was just overall a great song and really perfect as the title track for this album.
And finally, our overall assessment of the album. To me, this was an awesome follow-up album to Skyne Syndrome for Poem. They continue to refine their sound, and their musicianship's on point. Their songwriting is great. The vocals are killer. A lot of emotion in those vocals. I'm looking forward to more material from Poem in the future, and overall I would rate this album an 8.5 out of 10.
For my overall assessment of this album, I thought it was a great album. Poem was a new listen for me, and definitely a very welcome one. I enjoyed the album throughout, and a lot of great songs, a lot of passion throughout in the performances and in the vocal melodies, and all the performances were fantastic, and I definitely recommend it. I would rate this album an 8.5 out of 10.
For me, this was also a new listen. Very glad that I discovered Poem's unique album. I can't wait to listen to the previous albums, but for this album, I'm gonna go ahead and rate it an 8 out of 10. These guys are very solid. They're great musicians, and I'm looking forward to listening to their previous releases and also looking forward to what they have in the future.
So that pretty much wraps it up for today's episode of the Music Box. We hope you enjoyed our video.
As always, please make sure to give this video a like and click on that subscribe button below.
Until next time,
Cheers!